Hello NBA fans, every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I'm counting on you to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Malik Monk previously played for the Lakers and was suggested to re-sign him to bring athleticism, dynamism, agility, and scoring to the Lakers. Trade suggestion: the Lakers send Rui Hachimura to the Sacramento Kings and acquire shooting guard Malik Monk. What if Malik Monk came back to LA? There has not been a ton for Los Angeles Lakers fans to get overly excited about so far this offseason, unless you're a big believer in DeAndre Ayton. But that could change if the team explores a reunion with someone they know quite well. Malik Monk is reportedly on the trade block, and given Sacramento's situation, it might actually be realistic for the Lakers to swoop in and bring him back. Monk had a brief but memorable stint with the Lakers back in 2021-22. He was one of the only bright spots during a year that did not have many, and fans were legitimately frustrated when he left for Sacramento that summer. The team clearly was not willing to match what the Kings offered him, and it was hard to blame Monk for chasing a payday. But now that the situation has shifted and his role in Sacramento is less certain, there is at least some reason to believe a return could be in play. The Kings are not exactly a team angling for a deep playoff run. After their magical 2022-23 season, they've only been trending downward. After losing a foundational piece in De'Aaron Fox this past season, it's highly possible they could look to tear things down further. Monk could be a fit in LA once again. This is a Lakers roster that still lacks consistent scoring punch off the bench, and that was obvious after J.J. Redick played the same 5 guys for an entire half during the first round of the playoffs. Monk would bring a different kind of energy to LA's locker room. He is not afraid to let it fly, he can get hot in a hurry, and he is a better passer now than he was the last time he wore the purple and gold. Would he fix every issue the Lakers have? Of course not. But if you can bring back a player who already knows how to play next to LeBron in the Lakers system, fills a specific need, and still has something to prove. It's hard to find a downside to that, and especially if the price is right. The Lakers do not need to make some splashy panic move to win the offseason, but going after Monk would be a savvy play. It would give them a bench scorer who can swing games when he gets rolling, and more importantly, it would give fans someone to rally behind again. Sometimes the smart move is also the familiar one, and this just feels like the kind of idea that makes too much sense not to explore. Luka Doncic could unlock elite DeAndre Ayton's skill that makes Lakers unstoppable. He could really become dominating. The Los Angeles Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton in hopes of bringing the best out of the talented big man, but it will take Luka Doncic convincing him to buy into the superstar's pick-and-roll mastery. Number 77 is the best playmaker out of ball screens in the world, and he loves setting up big men to dunk. Ayton has arguably the best roll man tool set in the NBA but has not totally bought in on being an elite option. Ayton was bought out by the Blazers and dumped by the Suns. There are plenty of reasons for skepticism, but the 26-year-old said all the right things in his introductory press conference. Ayton should be motivated in a contract year, and fans have seen him play a key role on a team that reached NBA Finals before. Ayton had 4.0 possessions per game as a roll man last season, which was tied for the 5th most in the NBA. He scored 1.13 points per possession of those attempts, which was better than Joel Embiid, Alperen Sengun, Bam Adebayo, and many others. It may go into the elite 1.25 range with Luka feeding the big man. Luka must convince Ayton to roll hard to the rim to make the Lakers unstoppable. Ayton loves to short roll into his floater or take a mid-range jumper. 58.7% of his field goal attempts came from 3 feet to the three-point line, with 31.8% being in the mid-range. Ayton shot 82% inside 3 feet last season and figures to put up similar numbers as Luka, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves draw defenders away. The 7-footer had just 71 dunks last season, and the Lakers would love for him to double that number. Ayton doesn't need to post up or work into his mid-range game. The Lakers have arguably the best group of on-ball creators in the league. The big man should be looking to clean up misses, roll for dunks, and make smart cuts. Ayton could average 15 to 18 points per game just off putbacks, rolls, and dunks. That is the ideal role that the 26-year-old must buy into. If Ayton is dunking everything, the Lakers will be impossible to defend. Luka is arguably the best scorer in the NBA. LeBron James and Austin Reeves are both capable of dropping 20 every night. Add in Ayton controlling the paint and forcing defenders to protect the rim would leave zero way to stop LA. They will pick teams apart and force them to make impossible decisions. Luka and LeBron are two of the best processors in the NBA. They will find open teammates and feast off easy buckets. Ayton could take that to another level by locking in and following the plan. Having him roll hard to the rim and clean up misses would be nearly impossible to stop. There will be bumps with DeAndre Ayton, and fans will see why the Suns and Blazers gave up on him. It is on Ayton to limit those moments and maximize the positive ones. He is in the ideal situation. Ayton desperately needs this to go well to avoid being a minimum contract player for the rest of his career. He must make it happen. The Los Angeles Lakers got Luka Doncic's lob threat, but it will take some convincing from the superstar to ensure Ayton is always in the right position. This could be a dynamic duo or an epic flop. The blueprint is there for Ayton, but he must buy in. It will be a question for Lakers fans until it happens. Lakers should pair Luka with elite 6'5" defender, proven x76ers wing via crucial trade. Luka Doncic will be aiming to lead the Los Angeles Lakers towards championship contention in his first full season with the storied organization in 2025-26. While the 26-year-old superstar and 21-time All-Star LeBron James remain at the helm as one of the league's most fearsome offensive tandems, Los Angeles's pronounced lack of perimeter defensive help could hold the group back from achieving their ultimate goal. Doncic is not necessarily world-renowned for his efforts on that side of the floor, and it will be the Lakers' general manager Rob Pelinka's job to find a suitable backcourt partner for the slow-footed superstar. In an effort to hide the 5-time All-NBA first-team selection on the defensive end, the Lakers could be interested in acquiring a valuable wing and 2-time All-Defensive Team selection from the Portland Trail Blazers, Matisse Thybulle. It's likely that the Lakers would have to part ways with Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt or Maxi Kleber to get a hypothetical transaction across the finish line financially, as all three players' contracts nearly match that of Thybulle's expiring $11.5 million salary. At just 28 years old, Thybulle has displayed his natural defensive ability on countless occasions since being selected with the number 20 overall pick in the 2019 NBA Draft by the Philadelphia 76ers. Now a member of the Trail Blazers, Thybulle has admittedly caught the injury bug. On the bright side, the former first-round pick took a major step forward on the offensive end before sustaining devastating knee and ankle injuries which sidelined the coveted wing for 67 of Portland's 82 regular season contests in 2024-25. In 15 appearances this past season, Thybulle began to shine as a wildly impactful two-way threat. He averaged career bests with 7.5 points, 3.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists and 2.2 steals while knocking down a blistering 43.8% of his looks from distance. Though it was an incredibly small sample size, Thybulle showed drastic improvement as a catch-and-shoot three-point threat, possibly making him a desired target for the Lakers' second-year head coach J.J. Redick. If the Lakers can get a healthy season out of the intelligent wing with a good chunk of playoff experience, Doncic and James could be supplied with a true game-wrecker on the perimeter. NBA rumors: Los Angeles Lakers want to make LeBron James trade ASAP? A wild new report suggests things have gotten so contentious between the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James that the franchise wants to get rid of him as soon as possible. Ever since he opted into the final year of his contract, there have been rumors and evidence that things are not good between the Lakers and James. And a new report from ESPN NBA insiders Brian Windhorst and Ramona Shelburne on Friday claimed there is a defined end date in sight for the relationship. Pirates approach a cruise ship, see how the genius captain responds, watch what happens sponsored, Happy in Shape. The Lakers had already made their statement in not offering James a contract beyond this season. It was abundantly clear that the 21-time All-Star's time as the face of the Lakers had, for the first time, had a planned end date. Even if James' record-setting NBA career did not yet, the duo wrote. Whether the 2025-26 season is to be James' final season in the NBA is up to him. But if he wanted the kind of Hollywood ending that only the Lakers can give legends of the game, the release date was set. Spring, 2026. Luka Doncic in. LeBron James out. LeBron James stats, 2024-25 24.4 ppg, 7.8 rpg, 8.2 apg, 1.0 spg, 37% 3 points. While rumors have suggested he could be traded this summer, that report would seem to point towards the organization wanting to give him a retirement tour in grand fashion. However, a Lakers fan tagged longtime LA Sports Radio host John Gambadoro to the story on X and claimed he was right about the partnership nearing its end. But he had an interesting response to the post. They would like to move on from him ASAP, Gambadoro wrote in response. Recent rumors have suggested that LeBron James is not thrilled with the organization shifting roster plans to a more long-term approach of building around Doncic in the years ahead. Instead of loading up for next season and making a serious run at one more championship for the NBA legend. While James is likely to stick around for one more season in La La Land, it sure seems as possible as ever he could be moved this summer to chase a title in 2025-26. Lakers' LeBron James spat has already cost them in free agency. Brook Lopez opted against signing with the Lakers due to the team's LeBron James dispute. The Los Angeles Lakers are already witnessing the fallout of what's become a disappointing saga of poor communication with LeBron James. Its surprising decision to avoid directly discussing his contract and the shocking Luka Doncic trade have caused friction that has translated to a public space. As a result of the ongoing confusion, the Lakers have found themselves facing a harsh reality. The polarizing James saga is costing them talent in free agency. James and agent Rich Paul made waves when they informed Shams Charania of ESPN that James wants to compete for a championship in 2025-26. It was hardly a surprising statement, but the additional clarification that they would be evaluating what's best for LeBron at this stage in his life and career inevitably caused friction. According to Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst of ESPN, Paul's statement and the public nature of the fallout between James and the Lakers has already caused Los Angeles to miss out on a high-profile free agent, Brook Lopez. Free agent center Brook Lopez, who league sources said had strongly considered the Lakers and the potential starting role, grew wary of the uncertainty around James' future with the team and opted to sign with the rival LA Clippers, where he will be a backup. It's been debated whether or not Lopez would have been an ideal fit, but the bottom line is that the spat between James and the Lakers is already impacting its reputation among free agents. Brook Lopez refused to sign with Lakers due to team's dispute with LeBron. Lopez was directly named, but it's fair to question if he's the only player who views playing for the Lakers in a negative light. James is one of the primary draws toward playing for Los Angeles in 2025-26. As he's a four-time NBA champion who earned All-NBA second-team honors in 2024-25. Doncic may be the franchise player, but the appeal of playing in Los Angeles is that joining the supporting cast would entail complementing two legitimate superstars. Unfortunately, uncertainty over what James' future holds has resulted in the Lakers missing out on Lopez, and perhaps unnamed players, as well. There's reason to feel Los Angeles avoided signing a poor fit, of course, as Lopez is 37 and lacks the athleticism the franchise needed down low. Furthermore, the NBA champion ultimately signed a 2-year contract with an average salary of $8,968,750, a figure that could have prevented the Lakers from acquiring DeAndre Ayton. The fact remains, however, that a prominent free agent viewed the Lakers as too unstable of a franchise to justify signing with. That's a troubling reputation for Los Angeles to have developed in the first offseason since trading for Doncic. Considering Doncic could become an unrestricted free agent as soon as 2026, it's now fair to question if that could translate to the 2023-24 scoring champion looking for greener pastures. Much could change between now and then, including the type of in-season success that could potentially convince Doncic to re-sign on a long-term deal. Dysfunction during his first summer with the team simply isn't a promising sign, especially with James being a player he's known to look up to. Having already missed out on a free agent before they could decide if he fit their long-term plans, the Lakers are trending in a dangerous direction due to the feud with James.